producer.
It's not.
Which one are you?
3.
Somebody, anybody,
I'm 3. Yep, there we
hear
go. We
them.
getting a little something now.
Check. I hear a little echo.
Oh yeah, we gotta turn the monitors down behind.
We get
us.
it fixed
Yeah,
up.
we definitely gotta turn that TV off.
Check. Yeah, much better. All right, man. We about to go ahead and get this show started, man. We got kind of doing like 3 jobs in one today, baby. So, we got to do what we do. But, we got the battle coming up or whatever. So let's go ahead and get it started, man. It's Fired Up Thursday, baby. It's your boy, Fuel.
I'm almost amazing. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but let's hope for the best. I can't hit myself in the head. There it is. All right, we got a little something now. But coming up today, we got. Can you turn that? Yeah, that music bed down just a little bit. There we go. All right. So, first and foremost, we got to talk about this Nate Robinson boxing match that the internet has been raving about. We got a little Kevin Hart commentary, man. There's been some backlash after his recent special, No Fucks Given, came out.
Yes.
Next up, we got some beef between Fuel and none other than Joe Budden. Can you do that? Not to be confused
I
with
forgot
Joe.
about that, man. Oh, yeah.
Not to be confused with President-elect Joe Biden.
This
is former rapper,
Bud.
now social commentator Joe Budden. That Fuel has this,
It's not that bad.
this complete disdain for. We're going to get to the bottom of it. And later we're going to talk about AIDS, believe it or not. But
Awareness,
AIDS, it is AIDS Awareness Month, and we have 2, I wouldn't say AIDS
Professionals.
Is that what you guys want to be called? No, we got
No, not
2
professional.
commentators on
Yes.
Yes.
We have Lisa and Shayna is back with us. Lisa is with LatinoHealthToday.com.
Okay.
And of course we have our PSYD therapist. You know what that means?
No.
Well,
We'll get to it eventually. Yeah.
And we'll get to that too, whatever. So, you forgot. Elliot Page is in the news. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna. It was something else. The vaccine, the COVID. So that's what we got coming up, y'all. In just a minute, we just go ahead. We got to start that battle because you ain't ready. You never ready.
I'm always ready. You always sabotage me.
You know what? You might get sabotaged because we didn't get the test like we were supposed to. Yeah,
look, here we go.
Might
I'm
get it
playing
this time or whatever. But it is on you this time, though, right?
I'm doing the honors.
All right, man. Give me what you got.
Yeah. The baby. Mamas.
You digging in my daggone.
This is literally on the edge. It's year 2000. It's like right between the 2 eras.
All right, y'all don't forget to share, comments, come in. He kind of busted one in on me real quick. It's okay, though.
I think they get it.
You think they get it?
I think they get it.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I don't know if they get down there because I got mine coming.
Apologize a trillion times.
See, I'm going to take you back.
I heard the
But you know what?
I'm just gonna sit here and lay back to this nice mellow beat, and drop some
Here we
smooth
go.
lyrics. Cause it's 88. Time to set it straight, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't no half stepping. Word. I'm ready.
What's up? It's that old school battle. Looks like we are live, man. It's looking good. Share it to your Fired Up Thursday
They can't
page.
get with me. So pick a BC date cause you are history. I'm the authentic poet to get
So far, so good.
For you to beat me, it's
Okay,
gonna take a
all right.
miracle.
Ain't no half
Step
stepping.
into me.
I'm just giving you a little taste of what's about to come up in the
Don't
future.
adore
I'm ready to go.
competition. I just devour like a pit bull against
That Oliver 40 Nico shit, man. 15-4 York shit, you know.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna have it this week. I'm gonna have it this week.
That's 2
I'm gonna have
back
it
to back. I think you missed Jackson off top.
I don't think so, dog.
Yeah.
Hold on, you gotta do it like an orchestra.
Yeah.
Running through the 6 with my woes. Count money, you know how it goes. Pray to real live forever, man.
You're bringing me down. You're bringing me down.
You gotta wait for the beat to drop. That's why it's
I
letting the
want
beat
that
build.
Ferrari, then I swear.
Hey.
I want that Bugatti just to hurt.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna bring y'all back
I
up.
ain't rock my jewelry, that's on purpose. Niggas want my spot and
We can talk over this part, but once that beat drop,
It's taking.
you gotta let it breathe.
If I gotta wait 15 minutes before the song come
I'ma
on.
pass on.
It's been where you man. That was when Ethan was
Oh, so you got to skip.
Yeah,
That's too much.
I didn't realize how far. Hold up.
Oh, baby.
Yo, it took almost 2 minutes for that beat to drop.
Hey. Yeah. You can't mess with it, baby.
It's all about. Can you turn my mic down just a little bit?
Always hard. What?
Can you turn my mic down just a little bit?
Oh, you want it up? You
I
want it
feel like
down?
I'm louder than everything.
No,
in the
you
room
good.
right now.
You
All
sound-
right.
Hey. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You brought one. I still had that one though. The hood. Okay.
Tryna leave with you and your friends.
Okay. All right.
I got all these chains rolled up, and I got all
You can take that out, whatever.
Ah.
I think they get it.
Okay. Hold on.
Tryna leave with you and your friends. Yeah. Tryna leave with you and your friends.
Hey. Yeah, who's that?
I don't know.
I know
the
you
beat.
don't know.
I know the beat for sure.
Somebody always remix stuff for this.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta know who this is.
Oh my goodness.
Sitting in my room with my smoker's jacket on. The fireplace is burning and the girlie is warm. Time to make
Heavy D?
my move. So gently
I would've never guessed Heavy D.
And tell her that I miss her. She might try to fuck the boyfriend jump, but I don't really care because I know he's a punk.
Y'all know about that, baby.
If he tries to
What you got? Come on now. Come on.
All right, whenever you're ready.
The book of romance. So come on, take a chance. You don't need a long look. All you need is a glance.
Like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
Oh, God. That's my shit, man. You didn't say you gonna be playing my shit. That's a good one. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
now I gotta scratch my head on this one.
What round we on?
I'm a,
Do I get one more? I went first.
you got one more? All right, this is because you did that, I'm gonna definitely have to do this. Hey! You lucky I can't keep turning. Oh, I think camera was still on me. I'm serious. Okay, all right.
Nice.
How I got two cameras on me? What's up with that?
Relax your mind, let
I know,
your
right?
conscience free. Get down to the sounds of your
There we go.
PMs. But you should keep quiet while the MC rap. But if you
There we
tired,
go.
then go take a nap. Or stay awake and watch the show.
I think I wasn't
because
supposed to
right now,
change my
I'm about to
Yeah,
share
exactly.
the EICK
We
is
talked
my
about
name,
this.
my
What you
spell.
got? This is your
Things to
last
the
one.
clientele, yo, I rock well. I'm not an MC who talking all that junk about who can be who. Sound like
It's that old school, new school battle, y'all. Let's see what almost got his last chance.
All right, yeah, come on. I'm gonna go ahead and talk mine up, man.
Oh,
This
God.
song came from
If you
a
gotta
real,
talk about it, it
this
ain't
song
worth it.
right here, man, came from a real deep place. It got me through some real hard times. You gotta talk it
Let
up
me
and now it's in the middle.
Let me continue playing my way. You ready?
But yeah, this song is off of a very not well known Big Crit mixtape. So y'all might not know it, but just listen to listen with an unbiased ear. Thank you very much. All right, here we go.
The piece on chain, the piece on chain, I put the piece on chain. Forever
Yeah,
gang, I
you
put
was
that
definitely
on
going
my
through
name.
something.
Nah, it's a banger. It's a
It
banger
ain't
when it
no
gets started.
thing. I put the piece on chain, the piece on chain.
The beats on chain?
Nigga, the piece on chain.
Piece on chain?
Forever gang, I
I
put
thought it
that
sounded like
on
the
my
beat.
grind.
It sounded like
If
the
she
beat
bout
don't
that
change.
pose, you keep it
I put the piece on chain.
The piece on chain. Okay.
Rapping is acrobatics, I'm making it flip. Fuck what you heard, fuck on the curb, shine like a light. If hoes don't start emerging, you ain't doing it right. You just new to the game, you ain't been in the field.
All right.
I was sharpening mine, trying to go
This can
for the
breathe.
kill, trying to give me
It was a mixtape, it can breathe.
Private alliance, tell the pilot never land, keep it
Hold it. Oh, where I go?
Oh yeah, we got him on a roll.
Let me tell you what we did to him. Oh!
Not the mama said knock you
Yeah,
out.
boy.
Hold on. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Yeah.
Rain down like a monsoon.
I think I won this one.
You
Yeah.
definitely won that last round.
The last
You
round?
get the last round. Yeah,
I didn't
for
win
sure.
each round?
I don't know about that.
Oh. You had a couple of sleepers. I don't know. And personal issues.
I just, can I play something for me sometimes?
Man, let me bring your personal stuff to work. That's what's up. Hey! You just knocked you out.
Oh,
Hey!
perfect transition. Speaking of knockouts, Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul just took place.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. was the headline, but no one is talking about that because three-time dunk contest champion Nate Robinson was put onto the page.
Oh, man. Man. Dude. The funny thing about this, like I was watching it on TikTok. I was watching it on TikTok, which kind of, sucked or whatever because I couldn't pay for the fight.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't even know that was Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I mean, I seen the name, but I didn't put two and two together that he was the ball player, Nate Robinson or whatever, right? So when he got knocked, I mean, it was like the worst knockout in the daggone.
It felt bad. Like,
dude. I
Nate.
mean, dude, it is so bad that even TikTok making a challenge of it, of people just laying out, knocked out everywhere, like in the grocery stores under a cart. It's stupid crazy, man.
It was crazy. I was in the I don't want to out myself, but I was on Instagram Live. I'll say that. Someone just so happened to be playing something that seemed a lot like the actual fight. You know? What?
That was turn the camera.
Oh, toward me or
Me.
you? Oh, you got that. You got it. But yeah, yeah,
It's
I was
coming back.
to
It's
them
coming
for-
back. It's
for a
coming back.
question. But where was I?
Talking about
I was on Instagram Live, just scrolling, doing the leisurely stroll as I
Right.
usually do on Instagram Live. But I came across this fight. It seemed very familiar. It seemed like that was Nate Robinson, but I'm sure there was nothing illegal going on there. So I click on it, and yes, indeed, there's two people fighting. I won't say necessarily who, but one you may or may not have. I'm bypassing all this with all this language just to make sense of. I was illegally watching the fight. I just didn't want to come out and say it, but yeah, somebody was streaming it. I was watching it. All right, but we're going over the internet, so I tried to not incriminate myself. So, so I'm watching it, and it was funny to see it in real time. The fact that the memes, they started immediately, like, literally 30 seconds after the knockout, they started, and it's been a non-stop like machine gun of onslaught toward Nate Robinson.
So I mean, I never even knew that he was a boxer.
He's not.
For one. And the amateur that knocked him out was the what was he? A YouTuber.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber, Jake Paul.
A YouTuber. And the bad thing about it is the fact that he knocked him out and all that kind of stuff. And now he's talking stuff. Yeah. He's trying to get with the big boys or whatever the case may be. And like, dude, you knocked out Nate Robinson. Yeah. Not even a pro fighter. You know what I mean? And y'all both basically are amateurs. Well, he's supposed to be real good though. The guy that he boxed supposed to be pretty good, but still, for you to try to go and try to talk stuff on other boxers that's been in the game forever, dude. I mean, come on. So I mean, but it may have got him an opportunity. It may have got him an opportunity just by boxing him or whatever.
True. Since then, he called out Conor McGregor, and I don't see that going too well.
Exactly. Yeah.
With the old Jake Meister.
That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. McGregor, come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Of all people, like you could have went a little bit lower. And start your way a little bit. But he's supposed to be good on YouTube for whatever. I never heard of him until now or whatever.
Yeah,
of course,
Jake Paul, he's the brother of Logan Paul. Yeah, they've been at this YouTube game for maybe about 7-8 years, something like that. Yeah.
Is it a belt for that, or is it just what?
They're YouTubers, so they get the subscription plaques and everything.
Oh man.
And there's money that comes with being like an extremely popular YouTube.
Okay.
personality,
Well, you can make your money, get your money any kind of way you can, I guess.
So he lives in Calabasas. Money is in the safe.
Man,
Like, money's in the bag. He got it.
Well, I ain't mad at him, man. Well, let's get to the next one. Oh my goodness, man! Everything's going crazy about Kevin Hart, man.
Oh yeah,
You heard about that, right?
yeah. You're bringing up to me that he's received a bunch of backlash about like coming out and talking about his special. Have you guys seen the special?
No.
What? Okay, so Kevin Hart's recent special, No Fucks Given. It took place in his actual home. And
That's
like
bad
home
right there.
theater.
They haven't even seen it, so I don't know. That might not be a good thing. I don't know.
And it was it was a regular stand up. I personally thought it was funny. However, the world doesn't think that, and they've been eating Kevin Hart alive, and so he's taken to the internet to defend himself multiple occasions.
What did he say that upset people so much?
Well, he didn't say anything. Basically, what happened is, being that the show wasn't that funny, they were basically trying to, kind of out him as basically maybe just doing it for the money. I think it was it Cat Williams said something about him actually doing the show. It's supposed to be in his basement or in his house or whatever the case may be, and it wasn't really in the house.
Yeah.
So it's been stuff like that. A lot of backlash or whatever, And I'm trying to think, was it Capone? It was another comedian, I believe it was Capone, that was saying that, being a comedian, you shouldn't have to defend yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're a comedian.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Sometimes you hit it, and sometimes you don't, or whatever. So from there, and then plus that the title of your show was what?
No Fucks Given.
No Fucks Given.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't give a fuck about what everybody else say. Do your thing, make your bread, keep your paper, and move on. Let's do another one. You know what I mean? You got their opinions. You got their whatever the case may be. Let's go back in there and show them that, you know what I'm saying, I'm Kevin Hart. I'm the funny man. I'm the one to do it, blah, blah, blah. No matter what you say. But I don't have to comment to do so.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Personally, how did you feel about the special? You seen it, right?
Yeah.
What
I
you
seen
think?
it, and it was funny parts, but not a hilarious show as his past.
Okay.
You know.
So which one is his hilarious one? Because I know the one.
Which one?
Seriously Funny. That's the hilarious.
Seriously
hysterical.
Funny. And what's the other one?
Laughing My Pain.
Laughing My Pain.
All right.
Yeah.
That
Laughing
one
My
was
Pain.
some Reggie to me.
Oh my
When
God.
I saw it's like this one is comparable to that one.
Well-
It's got that one moment that you remember, like bop,
Yeah.
bop, and all right. But like that's the only thing you walk away with these from.
Yeah.
They're regular funny, but seriously funny. Come on, man. That's top tier.
Okay. I mean, I can give you that. I mean, I'm with it, but I'm just saying that basically, his material is kind of dating now because you're talking about the same kind of stuff for your family and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, dude, what else? But then too, he had the whole comment of like, that's his life.
Yeah.
That's all he's been talking about and laughing. Just now, basically though, you get bored with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what it is Kevin Hart is now like a politically correct comedian. We like our comedians edgy. We like all the on the edge comics. Those are like all the greats we usually put in the list. The people who like went against the status quo and talked about the shit everyone was scared to talk about. Those are the ones we like put on that highest pedestal. So I think Kevin Hart's getting all this backlash because he's playing it safe.
Well, I mean, they was also saying, kind of catering to the white folks is what they were saying
Playing
too.
it safe.
You know what I mean? Playing it safe or
Yeah,
whatever.
don't fuck up
you know
the
what I'm saying?
bag.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if that's the case or whatever, maybe he just don't want to mess up his money. Maybe you know what I'm saying. He don't want to be categorized in just one little pocket of of us's, so to speak. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next one, man.
Everyone loves. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the show.
It's
Then
a
he's not
funny
that
show.
funny, though. No.
It's a really funny stand-up set. Like it's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It's genuinely funny, but I don't understand the backlash people have given it,
Right.
and like why they so passionate about it.
Funny, then don't laugh.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Then move on. But
Yeah.
to criticize him, I mean, he's doing his craft. It can't be 100% of the time. It's
Well,
just life. And
right.
So great. It wasn't the best show he's ever done, but it's having seen other of his shows. I like Kevin Hart.
Right.
For God's sake, why is this even a discussion?
Exactly.
Well, this is it. This is the thing. Most people say things in order to get attention off of someone that's basically up there. You know what I mean? So you have all these. So it's basically, if you're a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you kind of stick together. Y'all know and understand. Y'all understand when there's a flop. Y'all understand when there's, what I'm saying, a great show or a bad show. So for you to come on there and try to, criticize him on what he's done and how he's, what happened, it's obviously because you're trying to make something of yourself or get your name out there because you're not relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that basically have been talking about ain't really been relevant for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or not even up to his status. You know what I mean? So in order to do that, to get a live show, to get this controversy going, just like rapping, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, let's put this beef out there so we can get these, this clout, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So that's what it is, yeah. So Kev, keep doing your thing, man. We love you anyway here at Fired Up Thursday, dog. Come on the show anytime. I know you won't, but anyway, still. That's what's up. What we got next? What's the other one?
All right, so what you brought to my attention is something that I really want to talk about because on one side of the coin, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this person. On the other side, you fucking hate this person.
Who, me?
Yeah, at least that's what you
I hate no one, people.
Right, but at least that's what it seems like. So in this case, the person is Joe Budden. Joe Budden, the former rapper, not Joe Biden, the current presidential-elect.
Oh, man. Joe. You know what?
Oh, shit. Anytime somebody start with a you know what, the whole buddy, strap in, y'all. I'm about to get bumpy.
No. Okay, so I'm not I don't have a lot against Joe Budden, but the way his opinions and the way he sometimes I'll be wondering, like, is he doing it on purpose? Just to be this, critical or this negative about someone, or just his way of thinking or whatever. Sometimes I be thinking it's like on purpose in order to get the ratings, in order to get the controversy, in order to get my attention, which he's done, which means he may have done his job. Okay. But to me, man, it's kind of like your personality, you know what I'm saying, as a rapper is what it is, and that's basically your personality as a host or a talk show host, to me, sucks. I'm gonna be real with it. You know what I mean? And because I'm talking about, and I mean, it could be just me, and that's probably be because he got a million viewers. But sometimes you wonder though. This is what I wonder. Like, if he wasn't, say, like my level, which I'll be up there one day. But anyway, but on the camera. But you know what I'm saying? If he was basically, would everybody actually really be listened to by the way that he talk or whatever? I mean, he's already got a following just because of his whole rap career and stuff like that or whatever. And I've seen views dwindle. I've seen the views going down since he been, it's not as big as it was at first. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It ain't just me.
Do you want that?
All I'm saying, man, is just, give me an explanation.
All right, so he's recently cut his ties with Spotify, and thus, like, a lot of numbers went with him. Because they had a contract, and the contract was up. Mm-hmm. They didn't re-sign the contract.
Why?
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm saying this. Up, like,
if why? Like, why they didn't renegotiate his contract or whatever?
They tried to lowball him, so he walked.
No, I don't think that was it.
He felt like he didn't, like, because they gave Joe Rogan.
That's his scoop.
They gave Joe Rogan $100 million. And Joe Budden had, like, the #1 podcast on Spotify before Joe Budden got Joe Rogan. all these Joes. Before Joe Rogan got there.
Right.
So what? Joe Budden has like a 5-man crew. Mm-hmm. And Joe Rogan is just 2. It's Jamie and it's Joe Rogan.
Right.
I gotta say last names now because all these fucking Joes.
Right.
But on Joe Budden.
Oh my God.
On Joe Budden's
right.
podcast, it's like a 5-man crew.
And
it's not that he wanted $100 million, but what he wanted was the amount of money he thought he deserved.
Yeah.
Being that he was at #1 for all those weeks.
Well, I mean, I get that, but I still don't think that. Obviously, they didn't fight. I don't know. I don't believe he turned down. I don't think he had a ratings. I think the rating was going down.
All right, let's not talk numbers. Let's talk the guy. Why don't you like the guy? Because he said shit is trash.
No.
Trash.
No. I'm not saying.
Mouth,
no. It's just certain personality or certain arrogance of anybody, or it don't have to be actually just him, but it's just basically he just come off to me the wrong kind of way when he's trying to talk about someone, and with this certain kind of arrogance that's like, what I say is God and golden. You know what I mean? And that's basically what it is. Oh, nigga, you got me. Anyway.
Okay,
but you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys are commenting. Are we getting comments? Or I don't even know who's joining in.
We actually got a fantastic comment from one of our very own JD Productions.
Oh, Jay's in the house. Man, get better, man. Get better. You know what's up. We most definitely want to make sure you get better.
What he said was about the Kevin Hart conversation. He says, I can't finish watching the Kevin Hart special. Right. He can't get through it.
Right.
It's not good enough. Like it's so bad that he can't finish the entire special.
I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's kind of, yeah.
Nah, I can't let y'all do this. I love
No.
I love
No.
man.
It's not. It's entertaining still. It's not that bad. Not that bad where I can't watch it now. I mean, I basically put it like this. I was watching it to point like, where's the real funny part gonna come in? You know what I'm saying? I was with that anticipation, like, oh, come on, man, come on, break. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I kind of get it, Jay. I get it, but still, man, some parts is funny, man. Watch the whole thing, dog. It's some good funny parts.
Critics, man, because like it's funny. It's legit funny. Like it's moments when I think back.
Okay, let me ask you this: was you drinking?
Nah, I was chilling. I was like on my way to sleep.
No, you didn't. I thought it was only be funny if I drink. That's the only reason.
Nah,
I want to watch it again just when I drink something and see if it's funnier.
I remember I was lying down in bed. Just giggling my ass off. Like,
really?
It was so funny. Yeah, like he talked about the greeter at Walmart. And he was like, oh, he like, Walmart got the best greeter. This dude was like magic. He came in. He like, hey, bro, you going in there to get you some stuff? Yeah, go get you some stuff. He said, then he moonwalked away. Like, so then, like, when he's done with all the shopping,
You
he
see
said,
how funny that was?
He said he was so. Let me get to. That's not the punchline. That's not the punchline.
But see how long it takes you to get to the punchline.
But you
No,
know,
I'm laughing at you with the story.
I'm trying to speed through it.
Oh yeah, okay.
So on the way out,
You funnier than it. You funnier than what the joke is right now. But
on
go
the
ahead.
way out of Walmart, Kevin Hart, he sees the same dude. Like, hey, yo! Like, he was so enthusiastic about the way this guy greeted him. That he wants him to see the shit he bought. Like, yo, you told me to buy some stuff. I bought stuff. Come check it out. He's like, came up to him. He gassed it out. Oh, you got some good stuff. And then he moonwalked back out. It wasn't that funny.
Boy, you was funnier than him just now.
Maybe I delivered it funny. It had theatrics and shit with it. It was funny.
Don't say what. Okay.
Maybe
Next.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, all right. So we're gonna keep it rolling because we got a lot to talk about, man. And a happy thing. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and everybody's being COVID safe, being out there, making sure that you only go places that you really need to go. Gatherings, you know. I really hope you guys are actually really abiding by the rules. Numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Please, please, please take care of our elderly. You know what I mean? It's spreading big time. So. I wanted to say that. I wanted to put that out there. It was something else I was going to ask about COVID. I don't agree with shutting down some things and keeping certain things open when everybody are going about the right way as to, you know, the rules. Mm-hmm. You know, if it's only 20%, 30% of people allowed or whatever, and they're going by those rules, why shut them down? And this is for the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? These restaurants, they're shutting down, messing up their businesses or whatever. And not only that, it'd be okay if you shut it down and you taking care of those restaurants or the small businesses or whatever and keep them compensated for, you know, this time doing or whatever through this whole situation. Was the camera on me? Oh, I had to check and say. You know, through this whole situation. No, you good. Yeah, through this whole situation, you know, and that's my thing that bothers me about this whole thing with the pandemic and Congress and all of them in the big up, you know, in the White House and all that stuff, taking their time to help people when they see the seriousness of what's going on, you know, and so they wonder why people are getting frustrated, why people are still going to do whatever they want to do or whatever. It's because they almost half of them don't have a choice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's either do this or get your ass out, basically, is what you're basically having to, you know, come up against, as opposed to I have an opportunity or I have a choice to be able to just kind of like be safe, keep everything closed, and I can still run my business or still have money to run my business when all this is done and over with. So that's what messes me up, you know, with small businesses and stuff like that. Man, come on, y'all. Get on y'all daggone P's and Q's and get at least the help out there. You know, Newsom came on yesterday with about $800 for some of the restaurants here in California or whatever. $800. Your rent is more than $800. You know what I mean? For a month. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about giving somebody $800 for a month or whatever. Come on. Yeah. You know, I understand, yes, it helps. Yeah. But still, is not enough. You know what I mean? And I understand Newsom is also trying to push, you know, the White House and them in the office or whatever to kind of get the stimulus thing going. So that's cool too. You know what I mean? But still, right now, just be safe, man. Be safe. Yeah, I had to put that out there.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, man, shout out my city, man, my hometown, Pasadena, for being the only city in California to keep it real and say, fuck all what Governor Newsom says about this stay-at-home order. We stand open, dog. We got businesses. They need money. We stand open.
Yeah.
So shout out my city for that.
Well, you know what? And it's not, like you said, it's just more so of how some can stay open and others can't or whatever. You know what I mean? And you're not compensating, you know, the money or whatever for these people, you know, to close. You know what I'm saying? It's good to say, yeah. You know, and this is the bad part about everything. Everybody that said don't do this or don't get gather around has been caught doing it.
Come on now, preach. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I should have had a camera on me at that time. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like you come on news or whatever, tell everybody not to do something, but yet your ass is caught doing it. Come on. You know what I mean? You got money though. You ain't struggling out there or whatever at these jobs or whatever. So it don't matter for you to sit here and tell somebody to do something or whatever, and you can't even practice it your damn self. You know what I mean? So that's what bothers me with this COVID thing. Y'all hear? Y'all get me on that? Hey, we can turn the camera on them now.
Yes, it was Gavin Newsom who got caught at a restaurant with.
Yes. Oh, fix it. No, the cord.
After lecturing people.
There it is.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
You got it? All right. Sorry, y'all, about our camera. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got my man. Jay, you see we need you, man. What you doing? No, you to turn it. Yeah.
Stop making a big
deal.
I'm working out the kinks.
Put the camera.
Distract them.
Put the plug thing. Make sure that plug thing don't keep moving.
I got you.
Make sure they stay in stable. That's what's messing up. That's what's up. But
So we're back.
yeah, we can see y'all. He still ain't fixed the cord. Fix the cord. Before I have to come back, we'll be back after these messages. The cord, blood.
All right, here we go.
No, the cord is not in. Yeah, it's right there. It's not in straight. You got to be up in and straight. There we go.
Hey, now.
Oh, my God.
You can't rush a masterpiece.
That's Lisa and Shauna, y'all. So, is it Shayna? Shayna. I don't know why I won't keep saying Shauna. There's no W in your name.
Nope.
No. And we actually going to be, like I said, we're going to keep on going. What? You have something?
No, I'm good.
Oh, because the camera, like, you know, I don't have no camera no more. So, yeah, no, that's on y'all.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I mean?
all this pressure.
They don't need to see all this sexy anyway. You know what I'm saying? It distracts them from out. No, I'm just kidding.
We get to see it, though. We get to see all that.
They like it. So before we actually get in, because we want to talk about HIV and AIDS awareness, and I kind of think this is kind of for me to talk about in order for more understanding of other, you know, for other people to understand. I don't know how I should start this off. It's okay.
You want us to start you off?
We could start it off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because what it was is I was going to talk about. No. Yeah, I'll let you guys start off because I think from what I had in my head and in my mind to seg into this or whatever, I think it needs to go in reverse. Yeah. So
I think Lisa's going to need to be the big talker here, but to set it up, we go back how many years? 27?
Yep.
So 27 years, and we had mentioned that on the last podcast that we were on. I'm the one who treats anxiety disorders, specifically OCD. Lisa here is the healthy one who doesn't have an anxiety disorder, and she copes with things appropriately, beautifully. She is a role model for healthy coping. So we go back as far as we said. At the time, I was working as a clinical social worker in an HIV clinic at UCLA. And at that time, we didn't have the same medications that we have now. So now people are doing beautifully. If they take their medications, they get tested, take their medications, they have a whole life in front of them. But at the time, people were dying left and right. And so primarily when I first started working in the HIV clinic in the early 90s, I think it was 92 or 93, it was primarily gay men. But we started seeing women come in and women of color, minority women. And there were women who had just, 2 women in a row had just died in kind of close proximity to each other. And I thought, oh my God, I can't take this. I can't sing these women, particularly minority women. You go into social work, you're advocating for people who are underrepresented. And so to me, to see these women come in and think, oh no, I hope that I don't want to see another woman come into clinic. And I can't, it's too painful. Not that it wasn't painful for the gay men, that was tremendously painful to watch them die. However, lo and behold, there was another person who came into clinic. And
okay, so that's my cue. First of all, I just want everyone to know that December 1st is World AIDS Day. So we just honored that day 2 days ago. And the reason it's important is because AIDS is still important even though nobody's talking about it. And it's affecting communities of color. In fact, we've got some stats for you, and I think, Fuel, you took the stat. But
oh, okay. Here.
65% of people living with AIDS are black.
Right.
And then the next percentage is Latino. And yet, blacks make up 13% of the U.S. population, so there's a huge disparity and disproportionate burden there. And Latinos only make up 18% of the U.S. population, yet suffering 24% of the AIDS burden. So something is wrong, and it's not cool at all that our communities are being so affected by this, even though the access to treatment is there, especially in a state like California. However, most of the current new infections are happening in the southern states, a lot of states where their public health and AIDS-specific programs are not as robust as here in California. But I say this because I really want people to understand that it's absolutely survivable. And there is a policy that's based in science called U equals U, and I want everybody at home or listening to Google it, whatever. U equals U means undetectable equals untransmittable. So if you're worried about stigma, if you have HIV or you think you do, go get tested. And if you are positive, get into treatment, because once you reach what's called undetectable, meaning that they cannot find the virus in your blood via a blood test, you cannot transmit it to somebody else via sex.
What?
but you got to be taking the medication.
Yes, you have to be in care and taking your medication every day, and it's not hard.
And I think the
Wait. Let's not bypass that.
No.
How is that not huge news
bypassing.
already?
No, that's what I'm saying. You said why is it exactly? And the thing is, and that's why when she said that, you look at a lot of celebrities that has been, of course, in like Magic Johnson. And all them.
Let's talk about that.
What I'm finishing. What I'm saying is you see them or whatever, but they didn't. They had this information that we don't have right now. Basically, what she's saying, that it wasn't put out there as strong, and especially in our Latino and Black communities at the time.
Right. So, this is just, this was like 2 years ago that this became public health policy, not only here in the States by the CDC, but also the World Health Organization. The reason it took so long for this to come out was because they had to do tons of studies across the world looking at what are called serodiscordant couples, meaning one has HIV, the other one doesn't. And they looked at it with same-sex couples, with heterosexual couples over years. And every single time, the partner whose virus was under control, meaning undetectable, did not transmit it to their partner, regardless of gender. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
So it's real. And if you take nothing else from this, go get tested if you think you've been exposed, and if you have been, go stay into care. You can get free care here in Los Angeles. And it's excellent care. So please don't be afraid.
And it's not a death sentence. It is not what it used to be back in the day. We're so far from that. Go ahead.
So the reason we know this is because I was that patient who walked into that clinic that day. Shayna was the first person outside of my family and friends that I discussed, and my doctor, because luckily I found out before I got sick. But when I came to see her, actually I just walked into the clinic looking for a clinical trial because I knew that there was nothing out there commercially available, and that I was getting sick. So lucky for me, I was diagnosed well before I ever got sick because I had gotten married. We wanted to start a family, and then the doctor that I had at the time said he was testing all of his patients for HIV. Now, I thought my husband would be the one because he had somewhat of a wild past. I was like, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be him. Lo and behold, it was me. What the hell? Because I'm not a drug user, went to college. I mean, I was like I was playing by all the stupid rules. Didn't know what the rules were because, thank you, Reagan, they made it a politicized gay thing instead of a human thing. So, flash forward a few years later, I walk in, and this woman saved my life.
Wow.
Because, she really did.
Oh, you guys.
She gave me that, this is why it's so important, this whole, we talk about mental health and everything, and this is why it's so important, because even though I do have good coping skills, nothing prepared me for that. And I saw her for almost 5 years after my diagnosis. So I'd spent basically 5 years dealing with it all by myself. Even though my husband was supportive, my family was supportive, I couldn't talk about it to them because they weren't going through it and they don't have the skills to walk me through this, right? So now Shane and I started talking, and with every little hurdle that I was coming up against, you tell me because you probably remember more than I do.
Shane, put her mic over closer to you, because that one is closer to that.
Not picking
it's not picking up too good.
Okay, so then we could share this.
Just go to.
So we'll scooch over then.
Because I think, it's important that people hear this, and I want to make sure, someone said the mic was low, so I just want to make sure. Cool.
See how close we are? There's no fear here. There's no fear.
Right.
So, I think from your perspective might be more helpful because all I know is that I would talk to you and you would ask me questions. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I can do that. And then I'd go do that.
Right. So I guess my question is because of the fact that, like you said, there's less information on how people were able to go, or the promotion of how it was actually being transmitted and all that kind of stuff. Did you actually get any symptoms? Because I know one of the symptoms they say is from like a flu-like symptom and stuff like that. Was that the case with you at the time, or?
So when I did what's called seroconversion, meaning your body is fighting off the virus and you're going through it's like a massive flu, the kind of flu where it hurts to move your eyeballs.
Oh wow.
Man.
And I remember when it happened because one of my nephews was being born. I was supposed to be in the hospital room, but I called my sister. I'm like, there's no way I can go. I'm sick. So but that was the seroconversion. After that, I was fine. It wasn't until years later when my immune system was getting really, really bad, meaning my CD4 cells were depleting. CD4 is a part of your immune system. They help fight off infection. Enough of that science lesson. So by the time I saw Shayna, I was actually really sick.
Okay.
And a few months later, I almost died.
Oh, wow.
I was really 1 foot, hand out of the grave. The rest of me was already in the grave. And in fact, one of my physicians had told my husband when I was going to the hospital, you better start saying your goodbyes and let people know in her life that she's not going to survive this. Because up to that point, very few people survived what I was going through.
Right.
Wow.
Man.
Let's not make it sad. It got heavy, but let's not make it sad.
Well,
you're right.
I think
you stand right. Yeah, I looked at him and he looked at me. I saw that glimmer in his eye.
I don't want anybody to think, because
no.
Exactly.
And it's not that. It's not that. It's just the fact of how you contracted and how any one of us. Because the thing now is you can have you don't have to have the symptom. I could have slept with somebody 5 or 6 years ago and still probably, have carrying it and not know it. Just the whole thing like with COVID, you carrying it, don't know it. You know what I mean? That type of thing or whatever. So I'm just saying it's not a sad thing, but it's still a thing it's a serious, exactly. Yeah. It's a serious thing. And I think that we have to be aware of it and being more careful about, although you was with your husband though, you know what I'm saying, at the time.
He
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
So
that I I had before I even met him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you never know, but those type of awareness is not told to us on these platforms.
Right.
And that's why I think it's a good thing or whatever. So it's not a sad thing. No, it's just like it's a good thing that basically that you are here. It's a good thing that you're actually sharing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was excited about doing it. I was kind of like, let's get it out there. And I was kind of like, what can I talk about? What can I not talk about? You know what I mean? But
Talk
I'm
about it
so
all, whatever.
yes, that's what
No
I love
problem.
about
I
it.
mean, whatever the questions are, one thing I'm never going to tell you is how many people I suck with. None of your business.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep it playing. Keep it playing.
I'm not gonna ask that. I'm not gonna.
I've been asked that.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
I
okay.
just, I'm
Really?
like, excuse me?
Right.
That's crazy for
All it
anybody.
All it takes is one.
Right.
All right.
So
So,
when Lisa, so just real quickly, when I met her and she came into the clinic, I think she was just trying to live. Me, I'm watching this and thinking, 1, 2, third woman comes in, I'm never gonna see her again when she walks out that door. Hell no.
So you was a nurse at the clinic, or?
I was a social worker at the clinic
social
she came
worker.
into at
Okay.
the HIV clinic, and I was already trying to. I had started a group for women at the clinic, and tried to get everyone together, and I think I did a high tea, and there was just so everyone could feel good and anything to make someone feel special. And then there was a bigger organization that people got.
And the interesting thing was that it was that tea, and I remember she would call me every day because I was really sick. She's like, "Are you gonna come?" "Yes, I'll be there." Next day, "Are you sure you need transportation?" "No, I can drive." "Are you sure?" "Yes, I can." I mean, it was hilarious. So when I got there, I saw a room full of women just like me. Professional women, women with families, and I'm like, holy crap, like intellectually I understood that I couldn't possibly, statistically speaking, be the only woman in Los Angeles, who wasn't a sex worker and or a drug user. Not that there's, that's somebody's path, But the media made you feel that if you had HIV, of course you were a person who, and this is going to sound horrible, but they made you feel like, well, what were you doing?
You deserved it.
Right.
Somehow you did something on
yeah.
purpose to deserve this or something, which is horrible.
Right.
So I walk into this room like, oh my God, mi gente,
Yeah.
People, thank you.
Right.
And what I realized was that loneliness kills. And in fact, there's a lot of data right now that loneliness kills. No matter who you are, old people, young people, if you are lonely, it can kill you. And that's how I was getting so sick, because I felt like there was nothing else to do but die.
That in combination with the medications at the time were not quite what they were, if there were hardly any.
Right.
But now it's completely different. Lisa speaks of being undetectable. Doesn't mean the virus is not there. It's not detectable. It's not transmittable. Basically, I've heard some people at the clinic, even though I don't work there now, everybody still keeps in touch. There's a group of us who still keep in touch. They spoke of a functional cure. So basically, if someone has it and they're not spreading it, that's part of it. And then for people who, it's more known in the gay community, men who sleep with men, they're on what's called PrEP. They're preventing themselves from getting it.
yeah.
And so if one person's on medication, the other person's on medication, there's no way. But it's not going to happen even with one person on medication.
So if everybody who is HIV positive, in fact, I just saw a stat that 14% of people who are HIV positive do not know it.
Right.
Which means that they're not getting tested and they're not getting into care.
Right.
But if everybody who was HIV positive was taking medication and staying in medical care, then we could end this.
Right.
We could end it.
Yeah.
So it's fair enough to say, like, basically.
Man, you've been asking all the questions, man. Get out of here. I've been burning up over here the same question for like 3 questions
I'm going to keep the camera on you.
All right. So
go ahead. You've been burning up over there.
But I want to emphasize the whole undetectable equals untransmutable. Sorry about that. Untransmittable. But what exactly does that mean? What is the name of the medication that makes this allowable? And let's break this news. This is major. Like, we can stop it.
It is major. It is major news. So the virus itself can replicate inside the body billions of times a day. They measure it in what are called logs, meaning to the power of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so back then they could measure like maybe up to 400 viral particles in the blood. Anything below that was considered undetectable because the test couldn't detect less than 400 cells of viral particles in the blood. Now the tests are much more sensitive, meaning that they can measure down to 20 viral particles in the blood. So now anything under 20 is undetectable.
Okay.
However, when we say undetectable, it does not mean that the person is cured. So I am not cured. I've been undetectable for 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
Man.
And because I take my medication every single day. And it doesn't matter which HIV medication you are taking. If you are taking it as prescribed, chances are you will become undetectable and you can stay there.
Wow.
So there's a lot of medicines now, thank God. And whatever one you and your doctor figure out to take and what works for you, just keep taking it.
Got it.
So it's, and Shayna said, oh, the early days, trust me, the early days were brutal. Brutal. There were, I mean, I used to have a 6-pack just because I got sick every single day.
Oh, wow.
From the meds.
One
Yeah, yeah.
benefit to
Yeah,
picking
I
up
look
medication.
good.
Yeah.
I'm like, woo, look at that.
No, but I mean,
That
that is crazy, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh my God, I have this, at least I can have a
I
6-pack.
got 60. I only got 60 on y'all.
But the meds now are so easy to take. I mean, seriously, I take one pill once a day. I don't have any side effects, and that is not true for everybody because everybody is different, but most people can tolerate them really, really well. And if you don't tolerate one, chances are there's another one that you can.
If it's not too gruesome, do you mind me asking, like, what was it like in the past? Was it like a shot? Like you had to go in and take
No,
an
no
injection
shots.
every
That
time?
would be easy, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
that would have been easier. No, they were pills.
And they're just
And there
like,
used to be, at one point, I had a regimen of, I think, 27 pills a day. Granted,
Oh, man.
some were
Wow.
for fighting off infections and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was another time when I had to crush a pill in a mortar and pestle and put it in 7-Up just to be able to take it. I mean, it was like friggin'
Wow.
ancient. It was like alchemy. Honestly, it was awful. But they all kept me alive. So my goal was, you know, just get me to the next best thing. Just keep me alive long enough for the next thing and for the next thing. And so here I am.
Okay.
So Lisa went from being a career woman to going on full disability, permanent full disability, to then volunteering and then doing part-time work and then doing full-time work and long since being off disability.
And now have her own
Two
business.
homes since then.
That's awesome, man.
You know.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Is it down to one pill now?
Yeah.
You went from 27 to one pill.
Yep.
Wow, look at medicine. Look at
I
modern
know,
medicine.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And all through there too, and this is we're going to have a whole other show on clinical trials. I know, especially for communities of color, clinical trials are fraught with mistrust, and I get it. However, laws have changed, and they are all for the better. And I have participated, and in fact, I'm in 2 clinical trials right now. I think I participated in a minimum of 10 clinical trials.
Oh, wow.
And this is for the cure.
Well, one is for a cure, but no, just for different thing. For new medicines, it's super important that we be included because, in fact, one of the medications I was on, I was being overdosed because that's the way it came. Why? Because they didn't include women in the clinical trials.
And petite little tiny.
Right, and certainly no one like me.
Yeah.
So how could they know, they meaning the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors, how could they possibly know how to treat me with that medication if it was only tested on white men with different metabolisms and different, twice my size.
Right.
So no wonder I was having all these side effects. And also women tend to metabolize things differently from men. African Americans metabolize things differently from white people.
Right.
So unless we all participate in clinical trials, and now this is clinical trials across the board, we're never going to know if medicines actually work on us.
Right.
I guess you're right, yeah.
Which way we was talking about
Makes a lot of
last time
sense.
about the whole thing with the COVID.
With
You know what I
COVID, yeah,
mean?
and with
It's
the
kind of the
vaccines and
same thing.
everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
But let's get back to the mental health aspect.
But well, no. Actually,
this is important.
Just the clinical trials. Of course, there's a lot of mistrust, and I get that. But it's also a way, think of it as a way to get the latest and the greatest drug that hasn't even gone to market. It's just about to go on to mainstream. And so clinical trials are a good way to get the latest and the
and
and
you
the
get
greatest.
great care. I mean, I was at UCLA then. I'm still at UCLA now.
Right.
I've gotten excellent care.
Nice.
And same true with all clinical trials. I mean, you're going to get great care, and doctors really are there to help. And there's so many protocols for safety, you know, and and if you don't want to be in anymore, you just walk away. There's no harm, no foul. They're not going to say, oh, well, we're not going to take care of you. No.
Have they ever asked you to be like a spokesperson or such, you know what I'm saying, for being that type of, I mean, and to be as healthy and beautiful and still having running her business and, you know what I'm saying?
No. And I have
I'm going to give him a call. No, I'm just
that's immaterial to me.
You were public at one point.
I used to speak a lot.
Okay.
When you were.
Oh God! I forgot.
So no one would be able to find
that name.
Yeah. But so you say that, and just it became so irrelevant in your life that there wasn't the need. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I used to do a lot of public speaking because there were very few women who looked like me and had my history publicly speaking about their HIV journey, and I felt that it was very important that people to reduce the stigma, that people could understand that you don't have to be part of an other group. It's called the human immunodeficiency virus because it's about humans, not about other humans.
Right.
So I felt a very deep sense of responsibility, and it was also part of my own healing in many ways, and my own destigmatization, because you can only be stigmatized if you allow yourself to be stigmatized.
True.
So, you know, I haven't done it in years because, like Shana said, it's become such a small part of my life, and I have other things to do.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Why do you think the percentage is so skewed toward minority communities?
Maybe outreach, stigma, people don't want to hear. I don't know. She might speak to this better, but it's one of those things that just breaks my heart. Since I've been back in you were back in California. I heard from one of the physicians, and she had referred to me this young woman. Obviously, I can't say her name. Another woman, minority, Black American woman, and I know she won't tell anybody. So I think I had her talk to you briefly, but she won't. Very successful, educated, beautiful woman. There's still such a stigma,
and part of it, I think, is because it's still very much drug related, so IV drug use. And when you have communities that have been through social determinant policies, that have been shut out from education and access to capital, what else are they going to do but turn to either drug trade and or drug use, because that's what's around them. So that's kind of fuels. And then if you're talking about gay men and gay men of color, there's that huge stigma. So that's all under the radar, and nobody's out about it, and so it keeps them from actually doing the best they can for their own health, because the systems around them are not health promoting. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. I guess one of my questions would be, because like you said, there's someone that you know that has it but don't tell, or you know what I mean?
And this is recent.
Right, you know what I mean? And how would you, or what would you say to them to open up to tell, to say something? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, of course, is afraid because of the fact that it is a deadly disease. And they feel like, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, if I tell someone, they're going to look at me a certain way, they're going to treat me a certain way and stuff like that or whatever. So I can understand how some people might not say it or talk about it or want to talk about it. But there has to be a way to reach those people, you know, in order to be able to talk. Because, and the good thing is, I think, and one of the points that you have been making is the fact that there's medicine out there to help you, you know, to get through a normal life. You're a prime example of having a normal, and successful life. I would say success because you're basically doing a lot of things and accomplishing a lot. You know what I mean? So what would you say to those or whatever? Because sometimes, and like you said, especially in our community, the Black community, it's an embarrassing thing. It's
still embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, it's not.
Go parade.
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing because of the fact that what I'm saying. Yeah, they're more ashamed, because of how they might have gotten it and stuff like that or whatever. So I think I would if you could just kind of like, just say like, or
Yeah. So first of all, it's an internal journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a lot of my own soul searching and my own talking to myself, as we've talked about last time. I talk to myself a lot when I'm in a pickle. I'm like, okay, Lisa, what are you going to do? And I create a little plan. and I start rationalizing and picking apart, like, why am I afraid or why am I ashamed?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started doing that, I'm like, well, I had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was in my 20s. Who? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Of course, people would want to have sex with me.
Right.
So when I looked at it from that light, I'm like, well, I was just living my life having a good time. I learned how to not get pregnant. I learned how to keep away from other STDs that we knew about, but this I didn't know.
Right.
So there went that blaming myself.
Right.
Because it wasn't it's nobody's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's no one's fault. It just friggin' happened. Like when you catch a cold, you don't think, oh, what was I doing to deserve that? No, you don't.
It's kind of starting up. I mean, there's with the COVID, that's kind of like a little looking back into the past, but it's not the same as Lisa is showing you her logical side thinking. And so remember, I treat anxiety now, not because I have it, but because this is what we are working on some things, and I do work in an OCD clinic. So as she's telling you her story just now, today I had to go to the dentist for a follow-up appointment. I had a bone graft.
I don't know what a bone graft is. But
Yeah,
I hate
dead people in me. It was just very bothersome. But anyhow, it's
she is them.
So then the dentist says, well, before we do any surgery or anything, we need to get an MRI. And I'm like, well, you're not going to find a brain tumor, are you? I don't even want you looking at my brain. No, it's just your teeth.
Yeah.
There's none of that logical talk, none of that. Just don't look at my brain. Let me die in peace. By contrast.
Right.
But getting back to how does somebody decide to tell other people? It is very, very and there's no right way, no wrong way.
Right.
Like when I date, I'm always thinking, okay, do I tell? Don't I tell? When's the right time? It's different every time.
Right.
So it's tricky, but I was very fortunate. I knew that my family and friends were going to be there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that is not the same for other people.
Right.
So it may be the smarter choice to not tell that group of people.
Right.
But I highly encourage to find somebody to tell.
Yeah.
Because it's an unbearable burden.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah, and speaking of that, is there's since you said like sometimes people can't talk to their family, sometimes they can't talk to someone else or whatever, friends or whatever. Is there a support group number or website?
Good question.
That the people can go
That's
to?
a bone I pick with LA.
What?
Yeah.
We used to have a million.
We used to have a ton.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Wow.
Lack of funding, people, the perception that it's just not around anymore. That's a.
So do you think that society mostly like just sweeping it under the rug? You know what I'm saying? And kind of
We have
because
so many great treatments, it's not
because
a
of the treatment. Right. They feel like this because
they assume that because the treatments are there, people are getting treated.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's an erroneous assumption.
Right, because you don't hear the spread like you used to or whatever. Now it's everything COVID, of course, but the spread is still happening. You still have, for one, if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest places is probably here in Atlanta. You know what I mean? That is happening. You know what I mean? Yep. So if it's not been told or said or whatever, for one, I'm glad that we're having this discussion because now it is being told and it's now being said. You know what I mean?
This is the best place. I don't know where you have people from all over the country, right? And I don't know what the demographics are, but please, if you have ever had unprotected sex or ever used a needle for whatever reason, just get tested and
Right.
And get into care.
Right.
Just get into care.
and there's care.
Or next time you even go see the doctor, just say, hey, you know what? Do me a favor and run the test. They will. Insurance covers it.
Yeah.
Get hold of me. I'll figure out what's going on. It's been about. I left the providing care. Well, let me speak English. I'm getting excited and flustered. I left the clinic in 2000, so I've been out of the field for 20 years. I went on to get my doctorate, and then after working in the prison, I went to work with people with OCD. So I've been out of it, but I can't tolerate if someone doesn't get care or doesn't have some kind of support. And because I've seen so many people of color, I can't tolerate that.
It's just,
I can't.
It's a health inequity that just ticks me off.
Yeah.
There is no reason for this. There's no reason for our communities to be affected by this so disproportionately.
Right. And I'm thinking because even a lot of we're so what's the word? We're kind of like almost the last to know of anything when it happens.
Okay. Out the loop.
Out the loop, basically. You know, when it comes to our culture, our our race. Just like right now, they're testing for COVID, but it's majority on white folks. Whenever you see somebody on TV, there's white people. It's not okay. So then they take this survey or whatever, which they have done. They have taken a survey or whatever as to who would take it and how wouldn't, and of course you got a little survey on Black and Latinos because we don't know if the shit works for us or not.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have those role models out there, and they don't.
Now that comes back to our best revenge is getting into those clinical trials to make sure that the vaccines work for us.
Yes. So make the awareness of basically getting into those clinical trials.
There is one website that I will mention. I'm not being paid to say this, but it's called researchincludesme.com.
Okay.
Log on. You can find out ongoing clinical trials wherever you are. They're all over the country. So
there's no need
and
to
that's
die.
specifically for COVID vaccines.
No, separate.
But if we want them to work for us, then you got to be part of the solution too.
But going back to the HIV, there's no need to die from this. There's only hope in life to be had. People can still have children.
Yeah, can they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. There's no reason. I mean, again,
He's like,
And
wow.
their child will be negative.
Yeah.
Really?
Undetectable equals untransmittable.
Right.
Wow. Even towards the
Period.
baby, like.
Yep.
Wow.
Because if there's no virus running through the mama's blood, baby ain't gonna get it.
Even at worst, I think there was only up to a 25% chance the baby would be infected.
Yeah, and that was all based
without
on
medication.
viral load. But
Okay. So how is this different from a cure?
because I still have virus inside me. So, for instance, there are sites inside the body called reservoir sites, usually in the organs. So they're not going to take a biopsy of my kidney or my liver or my lungs to see if virus is there. Thank you, but no, nobody wants to do that because that's dangerous. And then that's where virus can reside. Right now, they're working on a cure. In fact, I participated in part of a clinical trials that looked at reservoir sites, and what they want to do is there's one drug for cancer, for breast cancer specifically, that kind of activates these what are called latent cells.
Okay.
And then there's another HIV drug that can actually target those specific cells, but they have to be active to do that. So they're looking at a combination of getting those latent cells to be active and then giving this other drug. That's still a few years off from actually happening, but it's in the works. So there is a way, but yeah, we can't call it a cure because I still have to take my meds.
Got it.
If I don't take my meds, then my viral load will go back up.
But there's no impairment. There's nothing other than taking the medication.
At least they haven't found it yet.
Right.
Not impaired.
Super tight. All right, so I'm a gambler by nature. It's just who I am.
Okay.
What is your prediction for the cure? Like, what year are we talking?
I'm going to say 2025.
Okay, 5 years off. 5 years off. All right.
So it's interesting. It's a virus, so.
I know, it's a virus.
But a quality of life, a life where it doesn't have to be in your face.
Yeah, this is not something that I think I'm going to die from. I'm going to die
Yeah,
of old
it's
age.
okay.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
It seems so. Yeah, like That seems like a cure to me. I know it's not a cure.
Yeah.
You've been very clear about that.
But it's as good as, for me,
Yes.
it's as good as.
Exactly.
Right.
Would I love to take 0 meds? Yes.
Yeah.
So is this medication is it expensive, or is it with your insurance, or that's the other thing too?
Oh,
you know
it's
what I mean?
Very
question.
expensive, but most states have a robust program called AIDS Drug Assistance Program, ADAP for short. And that includes the medications that you need to stay healthy.
So even if you don't have money, if you don't have insurance at county, County USC provides excellent care. They actually provide lunch and other things too, unlike other clinics. Like they provide, or at least they used to back in the day. I can't speak to it now, but really great care. So nobody should be without care, and you don't want to wait.
And that's why I was one thing too is I think was a lot of people also at our culture, our race, worried about the expense of it, or not being able to afford it to get through.
That.
You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that they're, or put it this way, not the fact that they're afraid of, but they're not aware of it.
Exactly.
They're not aware of the medications or whatever that's out there.
Get into care because you will not go without.
Yeah, and I do think if more people are aware and those are watching this program and that basically has had it or have it or whatever, I think they will be more open to say, because now they know. You know what I'm saying? It's not as bad as they think it is. You know what I mean? It's basically there's something for you to continue living and going on with your life or whatever, and be healthy and have a healthy relationship and all that stuff going forth. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty good.
Younger people, I think, just don't have the same awareness because it hasn't been
They didn't see the devastation.
They didn't see the
originally.
devastation.
going in,
I don't know if you're probably too young.
Yeah, I'm too young too.
So it's
I didn't
what
see
is
it.
this? I don't know. It's a virus. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get that, but it's obviously still being spread, and the people who have it don't know that they have it, and they're
Right.
spreading it, and fortunately, you just don't have to die, can't you?
Yeah.
You don't, and you can live your life.
Yeah. Cool. I'm
good, man.
so
They
mad.
bodied it. You guys got any more information that you can give the public? Just
Off the top of my head.
yeah, you guys got
Any questions?
I already got.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's check the comments.
I was trying to see on mine, but I couldn't.
Talk about anxiety.
Nick said, "Praise God."
Oh,
She said,
were
"Praise
we
God
gonna
for your
talk about that?
testimony."
I'm not even worried about
We talk
that.
about what?
Oh, I thought she said
That if there were ever, so we started the last time we were here, we were talking about anxiety.
Oh yeah.
And we were joking, Shane and I were joking, that if ever there were a time for me to have anxiety, that would have been it.
Right. And actually, I wanted to touch into that because some people that are having problems or going through the same thing or whatever get depressed or have have the anxiety. You know what I'm saying? And that can kind of, if I'm not mistaken, can up the risk and levels of their system, their immune system. Right.
Well, any cortisol inflammation is not good.
However, they're probably going to be fine for that, so don't freak out if you have anxiety or depression.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're going to get sick straight away. It
Right.
just means you don't want to be isolated. We hear about that now with COVID. You want to be supported, even if you are afraid that people will reject you. I'd like to believe that if you tell people, someone, that, well, then tell us.
And here's the thing about it, as far as I know, no one really rejected me, like of my friends. But the way I look at it is, if they did, then they weren't my friends to begin with.
True. Exactly.
So bye-bye.
Exactly.
Hasta la vista. I don't need you in my life.
Exactly.
That's the attitude one would have to take, or at
Right.
least practice
Right.
cultivating that, because you are worthy just by virtue of your existence. You don't have to do anything
Yeah, you
at
have to
all.
prove it
You
to
are
everybody.
worthy.
Oh yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with that. It's kind of like you never really know who loves you until something happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
It's
that's when
the
you
tough
know. And then that's
times.
when you have to, like you said, have the mentality, the attitude to be like, hey,
Yeah, you don't belong in my life in
yeah,
that case.
yeah.
Because
Obviously, you
really,
wasn't doing good in my life or whatever to sit here and only just be in my face just because or
Right.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got no more questions. I got all my answers.
I really appreciate it. You know what? I mean, and for those of you guys that I'm sure that's probably missed this, I'm definitely going to edit this and put it back on, on the board too,
cool.
because
Yeah, absolutely.
it's very, very, this is very, very, probably the most informative information.
Man, this is the only time I've ever been educated.
Yeah.
And you're speechless.
Exactly. You know?
I had no idea about the undetectable, untransmittable. It's like, what? How is that not in the headlines?
Right.
Like, everywhere.
Page news
Yeah.
day because we need people to understand. So that will reduce stigma right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's no reason to be ashamed or stigmatized at all because you know what? You got this. You can handle this.
Yeah, and that's what I like about our show is because of that old school, new school, collaboration to you know what I mean? Because like you said, he didn't know, you know what I'm saying? And this is stuff that our younger generations need to know, you know what I mean? Although it's not talked about and it's swept under the rug, yes, everyone, you know what I mean? So when we bring that and I get the reaction like I got out of him, I know we're doing something right on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, anything as far as you guys need to put out there? I mean, as far as a phone number or something they can talk to, as far as anyone, because I know it's not that many supportive,
I didn't bring anything.
But if it's something basically, you guys, if they got questions on your website or something,
or reach out to me and I'll try to hook you up or at least get things rolling.
So it's okay. We can just post it on the email and stuff like that or whatever. If someone has questions, do we have anything? I couldn't pull up my.
No, we have no
Nick said
comments.
just wow, praise God for your testimony. She appreciated it.
We heard from her last time.
Yeah. That's my sister. She's always supportive of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? I don't know. It always depends on the way this has went live or whatever. Because basically, I had a thing is sometimes like if they block something or whatever, it takes seconds off and people be like, oh, it's off. You know what I mean? So we'll make sure. That's why I say I want to make sure I repost it because I still see something on Facebook right now. I mean, on Facebook, on YouTube too. So, but there's only like a few comments and loving this podcast.
People may think
someone
about
said
it
they
and
loving the
want
podcast.
to see there's still
G money.
Nick says, hey, ladies.
Cool.
I'm very passionate about this, as is Lisa. It's just because we go back a long time when people weren't living. I just want people to live and just the stories. You guys are all excited. You're learning, and me, I'm on the verge of tears, coughing here. Like, you don't need to impart with them the stories of these women that you just, particularly women of color. I just.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have you guys on again.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, don't be a regular. Once a month. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the information is important and just basically the experiences that you guys have had and succeeded at, is kind of like most definitely have to be out there more, and being that our show, is basically new on the platform. Well, it's not new, but it's kind of like, we're still putting all the things together to kind of, get the audience bigger and all that kind of stuff. And I just did something I don't want them to miss. You know what I mean? It's just something I gotta have. So, if y'all guys, later on see a show that we do and be like, oh, Fuel, I can't believe you said, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all still my friends. I love y'all. Y'all know y'all can't go nowhere. I'm not going on his show. He had rapper T.I. on there. And I don't know what the hell he was talking. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? So we do appreciate you guys coming in on this, and this is a lovely, lovely discussion. And we'll actually what we got? We got coming up next?
Yeah, coming up next, we got Holy Smoke with me, where I give you my song of the week, and finally gonna wrap things up with a little common sense with yours truly, man, Mr. Fuel.
Yeah. Because I'm glad I kind of held back on what I was going to say with common sense. I mean, I can use it for common sense or whatever.
Oh,
but
perfect.
Thank you guys once
man.
again.
It was fun.
So if you guys, I don't have the camera on me, so I look like y'all talking to the ghost, like the producer, remember? But but anyway. Definitely have you guys on again. You guys can stick around for the Holy Smoke and all that good stuff or whatever. And we can finish chatting it up later and then talk about some other days and times that we're going to be on here. Okay. All right? I said that out loud. Days and times. No. That's what's up.
Years between us,
there you go.
A lot of knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's up.
We can talk about just about anything.
All right, folks, you need to turn the camera on me, man. I think you do need to turn the camera on me.
Your turn. Bye.
Is it on there? Let's see. Nope, fix the thing. Man, you're going to break it.
Man,
I know you were saying I have to go to the bathroom.
It was.
Might as well.
You got a
whisper
restroom?
it.
Oh, you can go. Go ahead.
You got it.
There we go. There we go. All right, man. So they call him. What do they call you?
They call me the Dragon Slayer, man. They call me the ladies, man. They call me the sex symbol, the heartthrob. You may know me as Steezo himself. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If this was
I guess I can.
the year 32, you know, they called me Jesus.
Jesus. Well, he's the number one go-getter. The number one song debt finder.
I like that.
The number one, you most definitely want to know his opinion. You most definitely want to know the hottest song that's going on. What it is, we're talking about my man, Almost. Amazing.
I'm kind of impressed. Like, who knew you could hit that?
Huh?
I like the beat. I'm kind of impressed. Like, who knew you could hit that note? You know what this sound like? The beginning of Crack a Bottle by Eminem.
Oh, yeah?
It's like, opera singer. And she goes up like that.
Oh, yeah.
You were hitting that note.
That's what's
Get
up,
Holy
man.
Smoke the fuel for that. Hold on.
What you got for us, big baby?
All right, man. So this week's song goes to a song that kind of pumped me up. You know, so past week was Thanksgiving. With every Thanksgiving comes the Thanksgiving football game.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
on the way to this football game, I had a little playlist going just to get me in the zone because I haven't participated in physical activity in so long. Being that COVID and everything is in, we've all been in the house. When's the last time you played basketball or went to the gym or ran? Like,
woo.
Yeah, I haven't participated in anything physical. So I knew my body wasn't going to be there, but I could at least get my mind there.
Okay.
So what I did was play music.
Right.
And this song was that one that just made me breathe intensely, like,
right,
and put me in that zone that just made me want to do physical activity.
Okay.
So,
okay.
without further ado, man, let's make sure this aux is plugged in. Cause you know I'm
with it.
bad. I'll not have the.
You probably didn't have it in. Did no,
Yeah,
look
I
at.
did.
I had you all queued. I had it all queued up and everything. You know what I'm saying? First time I'd had my job together.
Yeah,
and
true.
he's not even gonna be plugged up.
True, but we hear now. We hear now.
That's what's
All
up.
right, so without further ado, this song is by Amine off of his latest album, Limbo.
Limbo.
And the song is called Pressure in My Palms.
Pressure in my palms. Yeah, I got that. Pressure in my palms. Boy, I got that. Pressure in my. Pressure in my.
It's just that build up. You feel like going for a
yeah,
jog.
yeah. Hey. Okay. all right. I'm all in there and put my part in.
This is Britney Spears when she was bald, nigga.
Oh.
Punkin' niggas way before they was punk, nigga. Smoking Ashton Kush, so I calm down, nigga. We don't wanna hear your mixtape, my nigga. I fade niggas like
Okay. I want that one,
It
dog.
just put you
I
in that workout.
I lied.
Yeah, that workout mindset. And it did it for me this week, man. So even outside that game, when the game was all said and done, I was still bumping it, just, keeping me pumped.
I like. You brought it. You brought it this time, baby. You brought it.
I
I
make up
like
for last time. Y'all killed me.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go back into like 90s, 82, 83 or something. You know what I'm saying? That's
The
what's
hair
up.
bands.
Hey, if
come
it's
on.
fire though, that's all it counts.
All
As
right,
long
man.
as it's fire, baby.
So without further ado, I give y'all the main man, Mr. Fired Up himself. We are talking about the guy who only provides the knowledge you need for every week's journey. We have our main man of the night, of the day, of the year, of the COVID season, if you will. The king of dodging COVID. The operator of opposition.
King of dodging.
We got none other than the gas man himself,
baby. And y'all know this is that part, in that time when we try to give a little common sense out there. And I'm glad I saved this to last because I thought it was more important to, put it out there, As you guys may know, we have the actress, which was Elaine Page, is Elliot Page, which is a transgender. And she basically came out this past couple of days to, just kind of, let it be known, let it be out there, you know what I'm saying? And that's what she is. And she's happy and proud of being it and being able to, I'm sure other people has has come along the ways, you know, that are transgender or whatever, that basically has came out, you know, inspired her to come out and open up. So basically, I mean, what this common sense is about is to those of you that bash them, that feel like that these are bad people or something like that or whatever, you know. And my thing right now is, you know, the real common sense is they're human. People are human. They're not different from you, not different from me. They're human. You know what I mean? They're happy in a place that they are in their life, just like you, and they deserve it just like anyone else have. You know, and I hate to say they, because it makes it seem like it's separate from us, you know what I'm saying? But it's not separate. It's just the fact that, you know, how people kind of categorize them of not being, you know, human, you know, and to go around to, you know, I can't think of a girl's name from Orange to Black.
I don't know her name.
But basically, they just got assaulted at Griffith Park, you know, just because she's transgender. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Get some common sense, people, and understand that just because, I mean, matter of fact, the ones that are doing it probably buttholes they daggone self, have no life, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, and feel like they got to bash and hate on anyone else. And it's the same common sense that you would have as racism or whatever, the same you would have for transgender. And that's where my common sense at.
All right.
That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at.
You know, I could go deeper, but I don't want to curse nobody.
Man, shout out to the LGBTQ plus community, man.
Yes, actually. Yes. Shout out. You know, so that's going to do it, man. I appreciate everybody joining us. Am I doing something? I did something wrong here. I'm trying to do too much, y'all. I'm trying to do too much, people. I'm putting the camera on what's the name almost until.
Before the show, man, I cut my hand open. Y'all like how I kept that concealed this whole time, huh? It's called skills. Pick up a book.
I don't know if they need to know that. What was that?
Not a mention, not a leak, nothing, man. No, not even a Band-Aid. I kept my cut on my hand under wraps, and y'all were none the wiser. I am JB, the master of stealth.
That's gonna do it for us, y'all. It's Fired Up Thursdays, man. We appreciate you guys tapping in and joining us and understanding that actually this is going to be reposted. It's going to be actually talked about more and more. We're going to have our guests again, Lisa and Shanna in the house next time. Maybe in a few more weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? And we got more stuff coming. Jay, get better, man. Hope you get better. Most definitely, you know you can't come in here until you get better.
Yeah, get healthy, man. Get healthy with your unhealthy ass.
Right. They don't even come here if you sneeze. I don't even.
We watch you like a hawk.
If you sneeze in the car, nigga, you ain't coming. You can't come. No, I'm just kidding. But man, most definitely, but on a serious note, get healthy. You guys out there, stay healthy. Try to do the right thing. Wear your mask. You know, sanitize. All that good stuff. That's what we need. And just to move forward in this country, man. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? Don't be a butthole. All right. That's what's up. It's Fired Up Thursday. It's your boy Fuel,
and I'm Almost Amazing,
and we're out. Peace.